Hey guys, what's going on? We're here with a timeless reading. Welcome. I'm using the Fountain Tarot deck for anybody curious. We're starting off with Two of Wands and the Star. Looks like you got some big plans here. Two of Wands can be a time of preparation, planning, figuring stuff out, balance, choices, figuring out what you're going to do with your energy, where you're intending it to go, execution. This feels like not only plans that you have for yourself, maybe from an individual standpoint, but it also looks like a relationship is involved in this too. I'm seeing the Lovers. Something can be feeling a little bit stressful right now with another person. I'm seeing Seven of Swords and Four of Pentacles coming out. We also have the Magician and Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles can be like a clean slate. Sheesh. I don't know what this Seven of Swords is about. We're going to see. Seven of Swords can be some type of trust issue that you're having with someone. It looks like it's specifically connected with your relationship. So it can be like not trusting the other person, feeling suspicious about something. But that's all going to be a reflection of yourself, ultimately. Meaning, you may get a feeling about something and then negate that and then have something happen and be like, no, I can't trust anybody, you know, when it's like really you told yourself what was actually going on here. But sometimes it catches us by surprise depending on like how disconnected we're feeling from ourselves and our instincts and our intuition, all of that stuff. I do feel like something happened that had to do with like stability or security. Like something could have happened that had you feel insecure, like something, it could have had you feeling like unstable within the dynamic. You could have felt like your partner was hiding something from you. You could have been hiding something. There can also be something going on where there's not a... I mean, Two of Wands connecting with Seven of Swords can be like there are plans being made, but not everything is being disclosed. I'm seeing Ace of Pentacles and the Lovers, which feels like a chapter within a partnership of some sort, within a relationship. The Star and the Magician is an intention to sort of manifest something that feels like it's in alignment. This can be like a dream that's being realized or an intention to explore something you've always wanted to explore. Like you can be feeling really lofty, really hopeful. Can be also ready to do things in a way that feels right for you, regardless of what's usually like normal to do in this type of instance. I want to see more, actually. Let's clarify the Seven of Swords and see what's going on. Because this can ultimately come back to you not trusting yourself with something. This is something that happened in the past. Somebody may have lied. There could have been betrayal with you and this person. So this is somebody you have history with, I'm seeing. Something very stressful happened in the past. Very hurtful. But I'm also seeing there be a healing element. I'm seeing strong Aquarian energy here. after things happened, it feels like I am seeing healing energy. I am seeing things come to light. You could have also realized some important things. And I am also seeing a shift psychologically, but you could feel like it happened from a very tumultuous type of situation. Could have also been something you weren't necessarily like anticipating. But I'm also seeing something here too about the importance of tuning into your intuition. So I do feel like in retrospect, when you look back, you would have been like, all of the signs were there. I just like, I didn't know what they meant, or I wasn't ready to admit that to myself. It feels like things like that, like the importance of your intuition and how that relates to things physically, like how you can actually apply that to events that are happening, to your relationship. Yeah, it feels like somebody may have been trying to get like a fix, something along the lines of that. And then things could have transpired in a very severe, drastic way. Maybe you feel like you can't trust this person, like because they're unreliable or something like that. But based off of what happened, so this means that there may not even necessarily, okay, this is like relationship work that you're doing. This doesn't even mean that something is going on now, but you can still be dealing with stuff from before. So that's not to say that this person can't be trusted, but maybe you're having a hard time trusting yourself based off of what happened in the past with you and this person. Let's see. So you can be like, I do have plans with them, but there's also a part of me that maybe there's a part of you that sort of wants to sabotage things. Seven of Swords can be your shadow popping up and being like, are you sure you trust them? You know, it can be something really getting in your head here. Ace of Pentacles and the Lovers feels like this is supposed to be a new chapter with you and this person. Ace of Pentacles can also be like, this is supposed to be a clean slate. Like, that's the plan anyway. That's the idea anyway. And having Star and the Magician is like, this is meant to be a healing experience. Like, I get a holistic vibe here with this. But then Lovers and Seven of Swords feels like you're supposed to trust this person, but you may not be feeling super trusting of them. But you know that this is like, when you don't feel trusting of somebody, it's when you're like, there's a difference between not feeling trusting and actually knowing that something is going on. When you're in a state where you don't feel trusting, but it's like, what proof do you have? It can be that you're not feeling trusting of yourself. And so you're like, because of being shaky on this aspect of my relationship with myself, I don't know whether I can trust them or not, because I don't know whether I can trust myself or not, because I don't know whether I'm being honest with myself or not. And that's really what it ends up coming down to. So if you're doing anything where you're not being like full honest space with yourself, if there's anything that you're like deceiving yourself about, it's all gonna bleed into and be projected onto this person. Sometimes we are picking up on things externally. Sometimes it's just a reflection that we're seeing of our inner psyche. But yeah, you could have felt like you got the rug pulled out from underneath you, and now it's like questionable towards this person. Because I get the vibe that you maybe weren't expecting them to do something like this, whatever it was that had happened. It could have felt like it was really in your face too for some of you. The word flagrant is coming through, so could have just been like very, like a bit showboating what had happened. and left a mark because of that. What's the deal with this? Having Six of Cups clarify Seven of Swords, it feels like this is alluding to these feelings are coming from something from the past, but I'm not seeing it be something that's playing out currently. Like I'm not seeing a scenario happen with you and this person where it's like they're lying to you or something like this. It feels like this is directly related with like you and yourself and having a hard time working with your intuition. But it can be because you're in a space where you're not being totally honest with yourself. If there's any type of self-deception, it's going to make it very difficult to pick up on whether or not another person is being honest with you. But when you're in a space of total, absolute honest with yourself, you will always know if somebody is being deceptive with you. Always. And you're not going to get any false signals. You'll know when something is up. So you'll be able to pick up on it. You won't be in this space where you're like, can I trust them or can I not trust them? You'll know. But there's definitely something going on here with your discernment, and it has to do with like your emotions being involved, obviously. If you're in a connection with this person, their feelings, you care about them, and vice versa. It's like a dynamic, it's a relationship that you have with them. Seven of Swords and High Priestess is like, because of me emotionally being involved, I can't tell like what's up or what's down. I can't tell if they're being honest with me or not, or if I can trust them or if I can't. And it's because of this like emotional baggage that's connected. So like without that being cleared out, you're not going to have an answer. You have to do that first. But just know that when you do that with yourself, like when you work through that stuff emotionally, where there's a release, so you can be in the moment and see what's actually going on and not be clouded by the past, you'll always know what's going on. There will not be a moment where you're going to be shocked or surprised because you'll be present. You won't be clouded by past or future. You'll be present in that moment and you will know everything that's happening. Everything seems fine besides the Seven of Swords. But just know that this can be your own energy, because I don't necessarily get the vibe. I feel like this is stuff from the past that's like bleeding into the present moment that may be distorting your perception here. Like Seven of Swords and the High Priestess. High Priestess is when you're in a space of full truth with yourself. Your intuition knows, and so you know, you're not left guessing or confused about things. But having Seven of Swords, it feels like some shadow stuff is blocking that, and this can be unresolved emotional stuff between you and this person, where you're like, that actually wasn't addressed, or that wasn't worked out, or we didn't talk about this, or I didn't resolve this myself. And so now it's like, well, I don't know if it's happening right now or not. It did in the past, but is it happening now? I don't know. But you have to resolve the emotional stuff in order to be able to tell. Otherwise, it's going to... I'm seeing the moon and Mercury here. The moon, for the purposes of this reading right now, the moon is what's going on emotionally for you, what you're sensing, what you're picking up on, your intuition, the knowings that you have, the feelings that you have. Mercury is your brain, what you're thinking, where you are psychologically. Having Seven of Swords feels like there's some type of discrepancy between these two energies based off of something that has not been fully unpacked. Something where there's a light that still needs to be brought to something going on within your life emotionally and also your relationship with this person. Because you can feel like, I can't trust my intuition. Or like I keep thinking something is going on, but then I can't find anything, and it's because nothing presently is going on. This is like your past stuff that's being projected. So you have to move through this. This is something that you have to deal with in order to be able to get the clarity from your intuition. because it feels like it's not allowing you to actually have a clean slate with this person. And like from where I'm seeing things, if you take out the Seven of Swords, I'm not seeing there be any type of issue between you and this person. But Seven of Swords can be your shadow energy that's coming up and being like, it's them, and like really it's you. I get the feeling again that all of this is connected with some type of past. This is something that would have really impacted you. This wouldn't be a little thing from the past. This is something that would have hit you, like impacted you really deeply. It would have cut very deep. It feels like it's associated with like a betrayal of some sort with you and this person. And that's where this is coming from. And until this energy gets cleared out, you're not going to be able to know what your intuition is telling you with certainty. It doesn't allow you to be in that space. So it's stuff that has to be worked through. Like when I say worked through, I mean it needs to be understood. Like light needs to be brought to it. Because there can be some stuff that still like hasn't been addressed or hasn't been talked about, or it's like that really bothered me and we never had a conversation about it, and now why wouldn't that happen again? You know, it can be lots of just unresolved stuff between you and this person. And I get the vibe that like you guys are supposed to be having a new chapter with one another. There's something flying around. You're supposed to be having a new chapter. Like I'm seeing that be the intention with you and this person, but it's like this will not let you sleep. But again, I want to be clear, like it doesn't mean that you're picking up on something shady going on with this person. It feels like this is very much connected with the past stuff that you've gone through with them that wasn't fully resolved emotionally. So this can even be stuff that you're not completely aware of too. This is the byproduct of something that's not being dealt with that really needs to be dealt with. It's like that message coming up, like that something's not right, but you may just be misinterpreting what exactly it is that's not right. And you can also be like mixing timelines now. This will impact things between you and this person if it's not resolved, and it can be like the collapse of your relationship. Or things sort of going astray with them. Because I do see there being this seeking of stability or normality with you and this person. It feels too like you've been working on this relationship for a long time. Like you guys have put a lot of energy into this. I'm hearing Taurus, I'm seeing Gemini, and I'm seeing Aquarius here, Mercury and the Moon. You can feel like you dedicated a lot of energy to this relationship. I guess something about plans not being disclosed or something like that. Something emotionally not being disclosed. And I'm getting it like psychologically messing with you at this point. Like it's bleeding into this situation with you and this person. Wanting to feel secure within the relationship, not being able to because of this, it needs to be dealt with. This is something where maybe you feel like you need to go to therapy to work this out. Even just individually. That's definitely not the only way to deal with this. I'm just putting it out there. It feels like something in that realm of like you may need some type of guidance with this to work through it, because you may be like, how do I even address this? Like, what do I do here? It's just going to be whatever it is, whatever approach or method that you use, it's about needing to address something that's still unresolved from the past, and it feels like specifically between you and this person that's inhibiting, is not allowing you to have this new chapter with them with a clean slate. So you can already be in the new chapter with this person, but you have this thing that's sort of popping up. that may not be allowing things to go any further. And it's about needing to heal this. It can be something that makes you not want to plan things with this person, or like not want to think about the future with this person. Or maybe feeling like, I don't know if this is a sure thing or not. Like that type of thing. Like unreliability, something like that. Or like insecure. And it can even get to you to the point where you're like, do I want to be here? Am I happy here? Is this right for me? It can be like skewing that, where you're like, I don't actually know. Or you're just feeling confused, or feeling like I don't know if I'm interpreting this correctly. It can be like that feeling when it has to do with like your thoughts and your emotions. But I feel like the way that you're experiencing this, it's more of a mental thing and less of an emotional thing. So you could have been like not realizing that this was coming from some type of latent emotional place, but that's actually where I'm seeing this like be attached to, and it's doing something now psychologically, like impacting your vision. Nine of Swords and Eight of Cups. There can be a fear that maybe this isn't the right situation for you. Nine of Swords can be like, I'm scared of something, or I'm worried of something, and like, what is that thing that you're worrying about? To have Eight of Cups, it's like, I'm worried that I may not actually be fulfilled here, and like being honest with myself about that. Or like, this isn't right for me, or I'm not getting what I need here. It can be like that type of thing, like a concern about that. But I get the vibe that like, that may not even be a thing. That can be something that you're thinking, but the situation actually works for you, but now the past stuff is bleeding into it, so it's not allowing you to properly assess the vibe between you and this person, or like the compatibility between the two of you. Secrecy of some sort, like that. But I do get that something in the past happened that would have cut really deep between you and this person. May have been more than one thing. Things will calm down, I'm seeing, but this is a guidance of what to address right now. All right, everybody, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.